I just want to touch on special populations, namely high blood pressure, someone presenting with a lower back injury, or someone presenting with a shoulder injury. With any of these three conditions, if someone was to present, we need to get the advice before we start implementing an exercise program from their doctor, their medical expert, their AIPT. So for example, with someone presenting with high blood pressure, so for example anyone with a blood pressure of 120/80, they need to have it lowered. Any higher, of course, they need to have it lowered. So we need to have an exercise program that's worked out based on what their medical expert says they are or aren't able to do. But as a rough rule of thumb, for high blood pressure, anyone with, if we're looking at an upper body exercise, about 30 to 40% of their maximum lift, their 1RM. If it's lower body, about 50 to 60% of the 1RM. That can be increased over time as their blood pressure levels come down. Any other exercises, things like not lifting weights above their head, keeping the client working comfortably, but working at a level higher than sedentary, obviously. So if we were just to go out for a normal walk, we wouldn't be working hard enough to have a decrease in their blood pressure levels. So we need to work at a higher intensity, but not so high that the client then experiences discomfort or contraindications, for example, dizziness and etc. Similarly, with a lower back injury or a shoulder injury, we need to be guided by the relevant medical or AHP. For shoulder exercise, we may look at holding light dumbbells in the arms and just doing some shoulder shrugs to increase the strength of the traps. We might also look at doing something like just running the hand up the wall to get range of motion through the shoulder. But again, these exercises need to be advised, for example, by someone like a physiotherapist. Any weight loading that we put onto something like a lower back or a shoulder exercise would need to be enough to produce long-term benefit, but not enough to produce short-term injury or aggravation of the condition they're presented with. Lower back exercises, if we were to take the spine out of the body and just stand it on a table, it would fall over. So we need to work on strengthening the muscles that attach to the spine and support the spine. So looking at things like muscles in the back, so your latissimus dorsi, your rhomboids, your coming through with the core, areas like your abdominals and your obliques, we need to be able to strengthen those. So that may start with doing variations of planks. It may be from doing shoulder shrugs for the traps. It may be working on range of motion exercises that are just going to help increase the strength of the muscles that support the spine. Thank you.